Simon Schütz is the chief spokesperson for the German Association of the Automotive Industry. He spoke to our correspondent, Michael Marilia.
Well, the effects on the European market remain to be seen, but one thing is certain. We have always spoken out against the tariff from e-cars from China because they don't solve the challenges for the European automotive industry, for the German automotive industry. Instead of tariffs, we think we need to strengthen the economy in Germany and in Europe, and the political framework conditions need to be improved. The European Union did reach out its hand to China and said, yes, we might be doing this, but let's talk about it. And we think that is better because we believe that a trade conflict is not good for anyone.
VDA President Hildegard Müller mentioned that these tariffs are a step away from global cooperation. Can you elaborate on how this move might hinder global trade and cooperation?
In general, that we at the VDA, we always are in favor of fair and open trade. So we do believe the most important thing for European and German competitiveness is open trade, and Germany itself is an export nation. And at the same time, when we look at China and all the global challenges we are facing, the world is facing, especially the climate crisis, there is no doubt about the fact that we can only solve this huge challenge with China, in partnership with China. There's no solution for the climate crisis without China.
How do you propose balancing the need to counteract anti-competitive measures from China while avoiding protectionist policies?
I think protectionism is always wrong. That has been shown in many examples. Protectionism doesn't help countries, and neither do trade conflicts. Trade conflicts never produced winners. Trade conflicts always produce losers on both sides. So that needs to be prevented. And I think that we do have something to talk about here. That is, when looking at the findings and the facts of the report, there is a topic that we need to talk about. But I think there can be found solutions in critical dialogue and constructive dialogue. And in general, I think that is where the focus needs to be on partnership, on fair solutions. And I think that is in interest of both parties, of the European Union as well as China. And it's in their hands now to prevent the trade conflict. And I'm pretty positive that it can still be prevented if both sides are open-minded towards talks. And I think in constructive talks, there can be solutions found that prevent those tariffs.
What is your message to EU policymakers regarding the potential negative impacts of these tariffs on the European and German auto industries?
Our message to the politicians on both sides is that we should not risk trade conflict, that open and fair trade is very important for the European economy, but in general for economies, for growth, for wealth, and also the partnership with China is important. Also, when looking at the transformation towards climate neutrality, towards digitalization, there is the need for partnership with China. So we need to figure out a solution for those problems that can be done, and Europe in general is a competitive location that can also still need to be improved, and we're doing that. Our opinion is out there. We always said we're against the tariffs, and wherefore partnership, critical constructive talks, and finding a solution in partnerships, and that's our message that we will keep on standing out there.